Clarkson has been outstanding this year, but it's the Lewiston Bengals who have owned this series for the last 4 years. They have not lost a single game, and Clarkson has not even been close to them.
15 years of waiting, 15 years of begging, and 15 years of dreaming for college game day to finally come to Washington State University. Now that it's finally here, take a look at this crowd. It is absolute pandemonium here. They get a day off today, so some much needed rest going into the championship game tomorrow. They also do not have to face the number 1 or 2 pitchers for both Science and Arts and St. Thomas. They threw out their number 1s yesterday, number 2s tonight. Moscow started off the year with 4 straight losses last year, but they turned it on at the end of the year to make it to the playoffs. The Grangeville Bulldogs were different. They went a perfect 10-0 in the regular season. 45 combined points scored in the 4th quarter alone. UCLA storms back from down 32 late in this game, scores 50 in the final 19 minutes of this game, and they upset and shock WSU at home. Does Gonzaga exist, or is it a hoax? It's a debate late night host Jimmy Kimmel has been stirring up for more than a week after he said the university was a ploy to crank out winning basketball programs. How about a few more? Miss.
It is super tough.
Coach, how do you think I did, and do you think I have what it takes to make this team? 3 Vandals are vying for the starting job under center again this season. 2 of them are the same as last year, Colton Richardson and Mason Petrino. But there's a new guy turning heads, redshirt freshman Nikhil Nair. This guy right here is Post Malone. For those of you who don't know, Post Malone is one of the world's most popular hip-hop artists. So could White Iverson rub off on the Vandal women? Vandals pop something at halftime, and now they're feeling like a rock star. Taylor Pierce from the corner. She tells Memorial Gym, we are better now, better now. Chad Redinger again. He'll sky this one way deep up to the 6'5" receiver Ben Postel to get inside the Grangeville 10. And a couple of plays later, Redinger punches it in himself. 2-yard rushing touchdown on a jet option fake. J.J. Rubin, that's going to be a corner 3. Not going to be good, but look who gets the rebound. Rubin again, off-balance jumper. He's going to knock that one in for another buzzer, and we've got a game heading into the 4th. This time Clark with a 2-handed finish. This band member sums it up about right for every Zag fan. Oh my goodness. Everywhere you look, he's there. In the stands.
See what?
And even in the dugout. Glasses, blue shirt, and all, Neeland Pickle is one of a kind.
He's like a little brother to all of us. I mean, I love having him.
Senior catcher Alex Balter is Neeland's best friend on the team.
He's the one that always helps me with stuff.
Neeland's relationship with the Bulldogs began in the fall in Athens, Tennessee.
My daughter came home and basically was talking about this kid that had to leave school because he had cancer.
Neeland has leukemia, cancer that affects the blood and the bone marrow.
He's on his 3rd episode. He started off with brain cancer. He was about a year cancer-free when we found out he was diagnosed with leukemia. Then he went through the process and was declared cancer-free again.
Around a year ago, the leukemia relapsed.
Probably the hardest thing I've had to do as a parent is tell a child who already been through so much that, hey, we got to do it again.
It's a tough journey for any person to go on.
They're strong, and then there's Neeland strong.
They're the words the Tennessee Wesleyan Bulldogs have lived by ever since Neeland's smile first graced them.
He thinks I'm his hero, you know, and it's really the other way around.
He's there every single practice and game.
There's some days we practice at 11 o'clock now just so he has something to do during the day.
Once a week every month, Neeland undergoes chemotherapy, and it just happened to land on the same week as the Bulldogs' opening round games.
Did chemo at 11 and was in the stands watching us play at 6.
Neeland ended up in the dog pile on the pitcher's mound, placed on the team's shoulders, all chanting his name. The Bulldogs surprised Neeland and his dad with tickets 2,000 miles away to Lewiston, so Neeland can watch his best friends try and win a title.
And then they get a big trophy
And the team loves their little brother, taking in every single moment with them.
It's not like just friends at school, it's like friends for like games and stuff.
And Neeland's going to keep fighting and stay Neeland strong.
No matter what you face, you rise to the occasion and put a smile on your face and take it on and say, I've got this. And that's what he does.
The high school football landscape on the Palouse is changing this coming season.
About 8 or 9 kids signed up, and that just wasn't enough to have our own program, so we had to look elsewhere.
The stands at Garfield Palouse will be empty. Half of last year's Vikings graduated, and now the team's numbers aren't enough to field a team.
I think there's some disappointment, you know, I mean, even school-wide, community-wide, there's some disappointment. We've never not had football as long as I can remember.
They've made state playoffs for the better part of the last decade.
We're going to take it year by year. You know, if next year we have 16 kids who want to play football, we'll have Garfield Palouse football.
But the numbers might not improve soon.
Our junior high program has been non-existent for the last 2 years.
It means there's no feeder program to the high school team. But the Vikings are still getting the chance to take the field in the fall.
Anytime we can provide that opportunity for kids, we're more than willing to do it.
Garpal is joining the Pullman Greyhounds just 15 miles down the road.
If we got 6 guys from Garfield Palouse, that would be great. It would be a really nice addition to our program.
Head coach David Kofer says it should be a seamless transition.
They're tough and they're physical, and I know that they've played that brand of football in the past, and that's something that we're always looking for is guys in the trenches that are willing to be tough and make open field tackles and things like that.
Kofer says Garpal's history of success can also help with his program.
The difference between us and them really isn't much. At the end of the day, they're still high school kids. We just might have a little bit more of them.
He says jumping from 8-man to 11-man ball shouldn't be a worry.
Football's football. At the end of the day, it comes down to blocking and tackling. I know some of our schemes will be kind of different, but I know that we can plug guys into spots.
Thompson also says the size of Pullman shouldn't worry the Viking players.
If they would go over and give it a try, they'd just have a great experience.
One Garpal player has already practiced with the Greyhounds in the spring.
I really saw that he was part of the group within those first couple of days. He knew how to work.
Kofer even expects some players to make a huge impact.
I wouldn't be surprised if we have at least one of them, you know, starting for us on the varsity level, and we look forward to having them contribute to our program.
Around a week ago, 7-year-old Lewiston golfer Ashton Litterall's dream came true.
I think he did a lap around the living room. He was jumping up and down and running around the house.
It's because his idol, Clarkson native and PGA Tour golfer Joel Damon, said he was coming to the Valley for a game.
Pretty awesome because he just flew over here just to come over here and play with me.
Like a pro. Hey. I want a high five.
Joel and Ashton teamed up to play Gino Benally, Joel's caddy, and Nate Martin.
He was just like one of the guys, you know. They were joking around, playing.
Oh. That's a good try, buddy.
Ashton says he was nervous because it was his first time playing with a pro, but that quickly turned into smiles and talking about close to everything.
So if you're not going to root for the Seahawks this year, who are you going to root for? Jacksonville Jaguars. All right.
At such a young age, Joel Damon took notice of Ashton's skills.
7 years old, not many people can swing a club, let alone make contact.
There was one swing that really turned his head.
Had a kid. We were on the 4th hole out here today, and he hit a 144-yard driver to 10 feet. So it just doesn't happen very often. Definitely a special talent with very, very bright future ahead.
Before Joel left, he gave Ashton a special gift, an autographed bucket hat, the same one he wears every time he's on tour.
So when it's sunny out, he literally wears these kind of hats, and then when I see him on TV wearing one of these, then he told me that I have to put it on.
Ashton says every time Joel's on TV, he'll be wearing the bucket hat.
Kid, what do we do? Tweet, 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 tweet.
Armen Araradian.
Nice. Smoked it.
KLEW News.